Did Sony just stab Disney in the back by releasing this 9-film Luc Besson box set? Is this really something sinister in disguise that's going to be completely overpriced to the majority of collectors out there? Or is this something truly amazing to behold for this holiday season? Well, let's get into it. In today's Physical Media News topic video, we talk about this Luc Besson Sony box set with 4Ks and Blu-rays. We dive into all the dirty details on this box set here. And of course, we get into a massive rant on why Sony may be playing us all with this box set, why it may be way overpriced, but why we might have a secret to kind of give us a better savings deal in the long run. So some stuff we want to be cautious of before we pre-order. I'm going to enlighten you on that today. And of course, we talk about the future of Sony distribution and these physical media box sets. What else do they have in store this upcoming year? Could it be a Columbia Classics Volume 6? Well, we'll get into that and more today. But first, you love collecting physical media just like me, whether it's box sets, Sony, Disney, Warner Brothers, SteelBook, slipcovers, Blu-rays, 4Ks, DVDs, Laserdisc, VHS, Betamax. We cover it all on this channel. We celebrate the world of physical media. So if you want to be a part of this amazing, friendly film fan community, you're in the right spot. Go ahead and Sinister Sony slash that like and subscribe. Turn on that notification bell so you never miss more physical media news and entertainment. And of course, leave in the comments below, what do you think of this Luc Besson Sony box set? Are you picking this one up? Where else could they have done better to make this box set more enticing for you? But let's get into this. Now, Sony smashing into this Luc Besson box set. We got to talk about the 4K Blu-ray details here. That way you can make a more informed buying decision on this box set. Is it worth it getting the pre-order in now? Or should you be waiting on this one? So we're going to cover the main highlights, the major details here. I'm not going to go over every little thing. Maybe somebody else has already done that, but I got to give you guys the Mega Mike perspective, what you really need to consider before making a pre-order decision. So we're getting 9 films here from the legendary French director Luc Besson. And I got to be honest with you guys, as I always am on this channel, I didn't really know too much about this filmmaker before researching this box set, but apparently he's done some amazing movies, and I just didn't know. I didn't connect the dots. I'm like, I didn't know the person that did Léon the Professional did these other movies as well, like The Fifth Element. I didn't know that was the same guy. That's pretty darn freaking special. So that's really cool. So what are we getting here in these 9 films? Well, let's look over this. I'm going to bring up a little article and kind of give you guys the details here. And also, it's worthy to know that right now it's saying this box set is going to be released on November 11th. So you know this is a holiday gift set kind of play from Sony. They think, oh, people are going to buy something for their collector loved ones. They're going to buy this box set as a really banging item. So that makes sense. November 11th, perfect release date for that. Hopefully that means it might get discounted during like a holiday sale. I would hope that would be cool. Black Friday sale on it? That would be awesome. But the collection includes La Dernière Combat, Subway, The Big Blue, La Femme, Nikita, Atlantis, Léon the Professional, The Fifth Element, The Messenger, The Story of Joan of Arc, and Angel A. And a lot of these films have been restored in 4K, but others are going to be on Blu-ray. So 6 films, guys. 6 films are going to be in 4K. 3 of them only in Blu-ray, unfortunately. Not sure why they chose to do that. I hope they didn't think, oh, well, these other lesser movies, well, we don't need to really take the time to upgrade them to 4K. But maybe the director, the filmmaker himself, said, you know, it's not really necessary on those ones there. They might look better just in high-definition Blu-ray. Maybe that's the case. Maybe it's not. Maybe Sony was being a little bit lazy there. I would have loved that this whole set had 4Ks and Blu-rays for every single movie. That would have been really darn cool. But yeah, Sony just, like I said, gets a little sinister sometimes. Likes to play with our emotions. But yeah, I have not seen all these movies, guys. At least I don't think I've seen barely any of them besides The Fifth Element. Like, that's the one, that's my go-to. That movie is hilarious with Bruce Willis, Gary Oldman, Chris Tucker, and so many more. And I have not bought this movie yet on 4K. I know we've gotten this to 4K many times. I just never picked it up, even when they had that really cool SteelBook design. I'm like, just something was holding me back. I just never felt like it was the right moment. And finally, now I have been rewarded by being patient. Sometimes it takes to be patient there, guys, because now I get this cool box set of all these movies that I don't own any 4Ks of, any Blu-rays, because I know these movies have come out before. A lot of them, like Léon the Professional, has been on 4K. We had Nikita that got like that fancy SteelBook, right? I did not buy any of that. So these are going to be to the first time in the collection if I do decide to pick this up. But I've been reading the details here, and I'm not going to bore you with everything here, with all the little, specifications. But let's just say it looks like Sony put in the work to a lot of these movies, especially the 4Ks. Sounds like they got some, restoration work going on them, which is really cool. They're putting in all the fixings here with really good quality, like Atmos tracks and things like that. I think there's Dolby Vision and HDR on a lot of those 4Ks as well, if not all of them. And that's fantastic. I absolutely love to see that. Also, it's saying they're including new special features like new cast interviews and things like that. I even think there might be some commentaries in there as well. I mean, that's freaking incredible. Like, I love some good special features, especially when they get either new interviews or new featurettes. And it looks like some of these have some documentaries in there as well. So probably a mixture of new and archival stuff. But that's excellent. I love to see it jam-packed with all of the special bonus features. That is perfect. I love to see that. That makes me want to buy this set a lot more. Now, we don't know a price yet, as at least of this recording. Maybe by the time this video releases, they came out with a price and a pre-order link on Amazon. We don't know a price yet, but we're going to rant on that next of what it's most likely going to be. So let's get into a massive rant, because Sony did some sick stuff here, and I got to bring it up because a lot of people aren't bringing it up. So let's get into that next. So now it's time for a massive rant, and we got to get hardcore on Sony just like we get hardcore on Disney around here. I hold Disney to high standards just like I do every studio. So Sony, you are not going to get a pass here, even though I think you've done great work in the past. I love what you've done with a lot of your box sets. I mean, come on, those Columbia Classic box sets, you really went all out, giving us those 4Ks, those slip covers, those booklets. I mean, just so much cool stuff, and even some little secret bonuses in there. You really went all out, but you didn't go the extra mile here. Been a creative difference there. Maybe the filmmaker didn't want to see those ones in 4K. I don't know. That sounds a little bit fishy to me. Maybe they didn't have the proper tools and resources to do the 4K restorations. Maybe they didn't have original camera negatives or things like that. But I feel like you could get some kind of intermediate, something in there to try to do a 4K scan or something. Maybe it wasn't making a big difference, so they decided to go with a Blu-ray at the end of the day. But I would have loved to see these all in 4K. That to me would have been next level, because Sony usually gives us the 4Ks with their box sets. They've done other 4K box sets before, so this is the first time where I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Only 6 of them are in 4Ks, 3 in Blu-ray, so that kind of sucks. But maybe those are movies, the Blu-ray for the first time, and they've only been on DVD or trapped on VHS or whatever, and so that's still really cool. At least it's something. But like I said, I get a little greedy and want to see those all on 4Ks. But I do love how they have so much stuff packed into there. But Sony, oh my gosh, I'm going to look at these art designs again before I pass final judgment here. So I'm looking at these art designs, and they're okay. Yeah, they do match and have a flow to them. But as I zoom into them, I don't know, man. You can see some of the characters. They almost look like I guess like wall paintings, or like kind of blind paintings. They're okay. I mean, some of them get me excited about the movies. Some of them I'm like, feel like they've done better art designs before. Like that Fifth Element SteelBook art design was incredible. The one here just looks okay. Like these designs, these art designs, even though they do flow really well, and I do appreciate that consistency there, they don't all pop to me. I don't know. They're not screaming, oh my gosh, these are really cool new art designs. So I think they could have done a little bit better on the artistic element to them. But it could have been a lot worse. So I'm kind of in the middle with the covers here, but at least they're getting the slip covers. That's really cool. Imagine if they were all SteelBooks. Oh man, maybe they would charge way too much. So okay, slip covers are fine. Slip covers are fine. Like I said, I like what they packed in here for the most part. And the movie choices, like I said, I haven't seen a lot of movies, so I can't really pass judgment on these movies. But I think these are all the movies this filmmaker did, right? Or most of them, or I guess the main majority of them. You guys let me know in the comments below. Is there something missing here? But it looks like they packed a whole lot into this set, so that's pretty darn incredible. So yeah, I know I said I was gonna rant on Sony, but the biggest thing I can probably rant on, and I don't know yet, this is just speculation. I think the price is going to be cray cray on this. We've noticed prices going up on everything. So big brand new Sony box set. I mean, they had expensive box sets before prices even gone up, right? Now with the prices going up everywhere, oh my gosh. Some people are optimistic and they think this set's going to be only around 200. I don't think so, guys. I think this is going to be a 250 set. Maybe even worse, maybe even 300. I mean, if it's under 200, awesome. If they do like a holiday special, like you buy this during Black Friday week and it's like, oh, 150 to 200, that would be phenomenal. I would love to see that. Because it's 9 movies here. So, you know, you think about it, you're like, oh, okay, how much do I want to pay for each of these movies? I mean, ideally, I want to pay $20 for each of them, but maybe that's not realistic, or right? Maybe they want to go 30 on each of them. I wish we would get a discount though, because we're bundling together. Usually when you bundle stuff together, you get a discount, don't you? So could you imagine the set at 150? I think that would be a phenomenal price to really get collectors behind this, but I really don't think that's going to happen. I'm guessing 250 to 300, but when the pre-order links come out, we will know for sure. You guys let me know in the comments if I end up getting this right or completely wrong. But what price would you guys feel comfortable paying for this box set? Or does this box set even entice you? Like, do you own half these movies already? Because they did standalone releases of a lot of these before. So is there enough new here for you? But let's talk about the future. What is Sony going to do with box sets going forward? So talking about the future of Sony physical media and box sets, we know they have their little like distribution deal with Disney, playing patty cake over there with them. Whatever, okay. We want this to be excellent for everybody, and I just don't see the excellence here with this box set. It's pretty darn cool for fans of Luc Besson, but once again, people might already own half of this stuff. So it's a really niche item here, very, very niche collecting item. We know it's a collector's market, but this is even only a fraction of collectors I think are going to be interested in this one. So what else does Sony have? It's not just this set, right? Like before they had years where they did 2 Columbia Classic sets in 1 year. That was fantastic. And a Frank Capra set. I'm like, oh my gosh, Sony, you are just showering us with physical media box sets. I love that. So I'm hoping for something else other than this that will probably appeal to more people, like a new Columbia Classics Volume 6 set. Oh my gosh, yeah, I know Sony still got your classic movies that you can definitely give us a really cool new box set. Oh my gosh, imagine a 6 Columbia box set. I mean, I don't even know what movies you would include at this point, but you gotta have some good ones out there. Maybe you guys can give some ideas of Sony down below, because of course they watch this stuff, right? But what would you like to see in a Columbia Classics Volume 6 set? So that's what I think the most likely possibility next within the year is getting that kind of set. I don't know if I see really anything else happening. Like, can we see a new like Spider-Man set? Or Sonyverse set, like with those Sonyverse, you know, non-Spider-Man movies? That would be kind of cool. Like, even though I'm not the biggest fan of all those movies in there, but you throw in all the Venom movies, you're throwing Kraven the Hunter, underrated in my opinion. Throw Madam Web, I could probably have out that one, but you put them all in there. What is there, like 6, 7, 8 of them? You do a cool, like, you know, alternate Sony Spider-Verse box set kind of thing. I don't know what the heck you're gonna call it. It's like Spider-Verse without Spider-Man box set, you know, get that Morbius in there and all that. That could be a really cool, interesting box set too. How well that would sell, I'm not too sure. But there are big superhero fans out there, so I think that would actually be more appealing than this box set. Like I said, if these were all movies to like 4K for the first time, this set would be more appealing. But once again, you've already had some of these out on 4K, so I think it loses the appeal there. Like the most mainstream stuff have already gone to 4K, and once again, all of these are even getting to 4K. So, like I said, I think Sony has something else in the tank. Like, I think Columbia Classics Volume 6 would probably be the top priority, but if they're not doing that, maybe some kind of Sony Spider-Verse set to celebrate, you know, Spider-Man after all these years. I know it's funny, celebrate Spider-Man without having a Spider-Man movie. Maybe they throw in their Spider-Man movies too. Why the heck? Well, why not? Why not at this point? But they gotta have something else in the tank, right? I don't think this is gonna be the only thing we get all year from Sony. We gotta see something else from them. So Sony usually does a really great job here, and they've been growing in like my studio tier list of giving us really great stuff to physical media collectors. So I hope they keep that up. I know they're raising prices, which I don't like, so I gotta hold them accountable for that. But do they have something else that's really going to blow us away by the end of this upcoming year? Now I got to hear from you guys in the comments below. Are you pre-ordering this Luc Besson box set? What sold you on it? Or are you not going to pick this one up at all? Or maybe wait for a discount? Or do you think Sony should focus on a different kind of box set? Let's go Columbia Classics Volume 6 or something else all entirely. Let's share those physical media movie thoughts down below in the comments, of course. If you haven't already, once again, go ahead and super smash that like and subscribe. Turn on that notification bell so you don't miss any physical media news and entertainment topic videos. And of course, have a great day watching and talking your movies. Hype up this video if you can. That way we get on the leaderboards. We get this information and entertainment out to more people, of course. And we just grow this amazing collecting community. So that's it for me, guys. Have an awesome day out there. Of course, go ahead and sinister smash the video and watch all the way through right now. And thank you so much, my mega membership supporters. If you love talking and collecting movies, consider joining the Mega League of Film Fans through memberships to support content creation while gaining access to perks like shoutouts, exclusive videos, and future topic choices.